Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness. So it's full moon time again, guys. My name, for those of you that are brand new to my channel, I'm just going through some of my notes. Welcome, welcome. Also, too, I'm going to just say happy Valentine's Day early. Today I am recording this. Sorry, I need to see how it's going over here. Today is the 13th of February. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. We're going to be in full moon energy. We already are as of today. It means we are in full moon of Leo, but we also have other planets that are doing all kinds of things around it. So it's going to be a very interesting reading that I'm going to give you hereafter. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. What I do is I'm going to tell you the astrology part, the energies that are going on with the planets and the moon, the full moon. And also then we'll go into a reading, okay? And then we'll see what Divine has to say about what's going on around the full moon as well. And that basically is just to give you an answer to maybe something that's going on this week for you, to pay attention to your higher self and your spiritual side. So we'll do that. The other thing too is if you are a subscriber, or if you're not a subscriber and you want to subscribe and you enjoy this, just know for 2022, if you're a subscriber, you can get a free reading, or you can also get free coaching. So I'm a life coach, but I'm also a spiritual coach, and I do empath coaching. I've done around the world. I've got a fitness nutrition background, so I do fitness and nutrition coaching. So if there's some type of coaching that you need or want, dating coaching, that kind of a thing, I've got tons of videos on my channel. However, if you want one-on-one, that is for free for subscribers. You can go to divinewarriorintuitive.com and see all the coaching. If you are a subscriber, ignore the prices because it's free to you. If you want to donate a cup of coffee or something, there is a button if you want to donate. Don't have to, but it does help build the channel. All right, so let's get started. So this moon in Leo is actually considered a snow moon. So, and the reason why it's called a snow moon, and of course there's a lot of different names that Native Americans give them and different cultures give the moon, but it's because it's in February, and February is usually the coldest month of the year. I don't know, in Oregon we got 70-degree weather around here, 60-degree weather, when it's normally in its 40s and 50s. So climate change, don't know, but anyway, that's what it's called about. Falling around Valentine's Day, it's very interesting because we've got Mercury and Venus lining up with each other, and then Mercury is going to be going into Aquarius. So there's some energies there that we'll talk about. And the sun is actually at the furthest. So the moon and the sun, and then you got the earth, and then you got all the planets, that kind of a thing. Those things are moving around. We're right now, I think we're coming out and all the planets are going direct. Most of them are into the direct phase. But there is an alignment between Venus and Mars that's happening. So of course, Venus, the planet of love, but Mars is more of like security, loyalty, longevity, those kind of things that are happening. So if we look at the full moon, it's going to happen the 16th. Now it could actually on the 17th in some parts of the world, but it's on the 16th. And so I'm going to give you some ideas that are going on prior to that and after that. So it is in Leo, so it is a fire sign. So it is a little bit full of love. It's got that energy of that, and it's sort of fun. It's just got this fiery, impulsive energy kind of a feeling. This is a really good time to look at the positivity of your relationships or what is going on in your work, those kind of things. Really holding back on anything negative, like negative talk. So if you start, put it this way, if the elements are going good, don't rock the boat. Not at this time anyway. It's just not the right timing for it. Because we've got a sextile with Jupiter and Uranus going on. This is a time with magical like bursts, sort of unexpected things that really bring a happiness or a joy. So you don't want to squash that. So try to keep the negative thinking and the thoughts maybe for another time. You know, this is just not the right time to talk about those kind of things. We've also got, between now and the full moon, the Mercury and Venus and Mars are going to actually line up, which is extremely powerful. So we've got this thing with the full moon. It's like a tug of war. It's like a rope with two people on this side, two people on this side, and you're just going back and forth. Sort of annoying. Okay, but it's not annoying in a sense that it's going to last. It's just sort of like, okay, are you telling me the truth, or is this not the truth? Is it fantasy, or is it reality? It's sort of like playing against that. It's like if somebody was, I've seen a YouTube thing where they were just joking, where they proposed and they were just joking, and the girl was all excited, and he's like, yeah, I was just joking. I think it was, it was about the ring. She thought it was a real ring, and they're both hang gliding or something, and he proposes, and she drops the ring, and she's thinking, oh my gosh, I dropped my wedding, my engagement ring or something. And then he's like, don't worry, it was just fake. And she's like, what the heck? Blah, 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 blah. She got a little upset. So she thought it was reality, that maybe it was really a proposal, that there was a real ring and everything. And it wasn't. So that's what I'm sort of talking about. So there's this push me, pull me. Are you joking with me? Or are you telling me the truth? Are you really playing with me? Or are you really telling me the truth? Okay. So there's this tug of war going on because Aquarius and Leo are at this tug of war. So Leo is all about sort of like, I love you. I want to help you. I want to do this for you. I want to be, it's all about how I look to you, how I am to you, that kind of a thing with this Valentine's kind of thing. But the Aquarian is like, you know what? It's about a we thing. It's about a community thing. It's like, let's all be together. Let's all feel good. So this energy of pushing and pulling between the I and the we kind of thing is pushing and pulling. So if you've got that going on, definitely really sort of paid attention to that, because on the full moon, the day after, we've got Jupiter and Uranus doing an exact sextile. Yes, which means that tug of war is sort of lightening up and the sky sort of opens, or it's saying, okay, now you can move forward. It was just like, yeah, it's all good. You sort of have that, what do you call it? The relief, a sigh of relief, like, whew, glad that's over. Now let's go, kind of a thing. So you get this sort of romantic, hopeful kind of a thing, or you're just hopeful about things to come in the future. Those are really, really good. Okay. When we have we have a semi-sextile that's going on with Venus, Mars, and Saturn that day. And with Saturn's more about structure. Venus is about love and flow and all this kind of stuff. So what happens with a sextile that's around 17 degrees is you've got one planet that's actually getting really hard hit, and the other planet's really just like, ooh, I can go do whatever I want. So again, this tug of war of what's really, really happening, really want to pay attention to. Okay. A little bit after that, we have the quincunx with the moon and Pluto. It's sort of like a break. Like last month we had where we were sort of like hit the brake, hit the accelerator, hit the brake, hit the accelerator. This is sort of where we're just sort of hitting the brake for a minute. It's just this moon and Pluto quincunx is just saying, let's stop for a minute, take a break, take a deep breath. Let's reanalyze. Let's make sure things are not fantasy, but they're actually reality, or if they are fantasy, can they really move to reality? This is the moon and Pluto quincunx that's happening. Okay. We also have on the 18th, the sun actually goes to Aquarius away from Pisces. So it's moving into Aquarius energy again, more community, more getting back in touch with what's reality, that kind of a thing. This is also a time of a lot of spiritual openings and awakenings for you guys. Boy, let me tell you, I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff because we're having a lot of supernatural activity in the house. So it's like we are just opening doors spiritually for ourselves, our deep self, our higher vibrations. So what does that mean to you? When we have the sun moving into Aquarius away from Pisces, so that means that you're gonna want to be more compatible. You're going to want to be more understanding. You're going to want to, they're the things that you can't touch. Those are the things like love, compassion, empathy, absolute truth. Those are the things that are going to awaken. Okay. It's almost like you have an extra sensitive heart. So if you see somebody less fortunate, you're like, oh, you know, I really want to help them, or I really want to, you know, maybe give them $5 or something. You just sort of have this feeling and empathy or sympathy, even not even empathy and sympathy are different, but you just have this, like, you really want to help them out. Okay. And that's the 18th. That's going to sort of happen through the March. This energy is going to just, this Aquarian energy is just going to be sort of like it. We really need to come together. We really need to stop arguing. We really need to, where Leo is like, nope, it's all about me. Even I'm going to, you know, kind of a thing. And it's all about, I want to serve you. I want to love you. I want to be. So you got to sort of watch this we and I tug of war kind of thing going on. All right. But through March, it's going to be energies that, again, we had this a while ago with the planets, where fantasy and reality. So you can fantasize, but is it going to be a reality? Sort of, let me give you a hypothetical. Oh, I would love, I mean, I love clouds. I love space, right? Okay. So I would love to be an astronaut. Oh, I can see me out there on the moon. I can see me doing this. That's fantasy. But could it be reality? No. Because I'm not a scientist, I'm not good at math, I'm not good at all that other stuff. And plus I probably right now at my age, I love roller coasters, but they make me really sick right now. Don't know why. It must be an age thing, menopause thing or something. But I love roller coasters and they would make me sick. Flying up there would probably make me sick. However, if it's fantasy, like, oh yeah, you know, we went out on our first date, a second date, third date. Oh yeah, and you're sort of fantasizing what the future might be with that person. Can that become a reality? Yes, it could. It possibly could. That's what I'm talking about. When you fantasize, make sure that you're fantasizing about things that could be actually reality and not something that you're out in la la land that could never ever happen. Yes, we have dreams and everything's like that. But the problem we get into is fantasizing and then getting disappointed or depressed because those things could never be. That's where it becomes a problem. Okay, so remember to fantasize about things that could actually turn into reality. Okay, let's see. On the 21st, 22nd, Neptune is doing a semi-square with Mercury. Man, there might be something that comes out that may be somewhat of somebody telling you that something wasn't true. I don't know what it is. I don't know who that is for you. But for this month and for next month, the energies are basically saying that we're finally moving out of this territory. And it's not going to end. As far as you guys, you know, everybody wants to know, is COVID ever going to end? Is COVID end? Nothing is really going to happen until 2023-24. This is a birthing process. Okay. This is where, unfortunately, COVID was born, or COVID was conceived. COVID was there. COVID now has many different things, and it's actually moving through the process of birthing. It's gone through, and now we're trying to figure out what and how it's going to work for the future. So we have to go through the birthing canal. It's a little painful. It's a little hard. However, when the baby comes out, then we can actually all take a deep breath and relax and say, you know what? Whew, that pandemic it's not over. It's always going to be around here with us, guys. But the thing is, it's sort of going to turn like the flu. Okay, so it's sort of in that sense, as if that makes sense to you. It's going to birth out, and when it comes out, it's not going to be a big thing like it is now. It's sort of like when AIDS came out really, really heavy, you know, and then now it's like not a death sentence kind of a thing. So this is where we're at with that. But however, we're just sort of looking into a new territory. The problem with energies of what the full moon and the planets and everything that's happening in February right now and in the beginning of March is that we want them to go faster than what they are. We cannot speed things up, just like we can't speed a planet up. We can't speed something up that is out of our control, because when divine wants it to happen and it's his timing, it's actually the perfect timing, and that's when balance is. It's like two people. If you've broken up and you've separated, and there's a reason why you've separated, it's not going to come back together until divine says you're healed, and now I'll bring you back together. Or if one is not going to heal and you're healing, then that person is probably going to stay away because they're not growing. Okay, that's another thing. All right. So let's see what the planets have to say in the cards. All right, so we're going to do the moon cards first, and then I will do divine's card, and then we'll go into a spread. All right. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you've watched this far and you've enjoyed this, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe, definitely free readings and free coaching to you. And again, you can go to divinewarriorintuitive.com to see all the different types of coaching that I do. And you're very welcome to donate for a cup of coffee if you choose to, but you don't have to. All right. Alrighty, so let's do that. I love this. I love this. And the first thing I heard was free will. So the moon card for this month, or for this full moon, is a mutual moon, okay, or a mutable moon, excuse me, and it's nothing is set in stone. And that is very, very true. Very, very true. Well, Star, long time no see. How are you? Wow, good to see you. I wondered, I haven't seen you for quite a while. Welcome. And thank you. Thank you. I'm still in my leather shop, but that's okay. I sort of like it out here. You know, the energies are good because this is my cave. So, but nothing set in stone. So this is free will. Okay. Many of you guys in your readings this last week for Valentine's Day. And I apologize to Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios. Yours are coming up today. I didn't get to them yesterday, so we're going to be doing them here after this full moon for your Valentine's reading and Valentine's week. But it is a lot to do. Divine is really coming through with love a lot. And I don't think it's because of Valentine's. I think it's because we are forgetting how to love. We're forgetting how to share ourselves in love. And the world is such an ugly place sometimes. And it's just something that we need to remember to do. And it's not only love in intimate love, it's loving ourselves, but also loving our friends and our families and sharing that with them. And that's the full moon in Aquarius as well. It's about equality. It's about, a lot of people think that, oh, well, yeah, but Valentine's Day is just for, lovers. No, not reality. You look at kids, I don't even know if they do this anymore, but the kids, used to give little cards in school, or they give the little candied hearts and things like that. You give it to your friends, you give it to your classmates, that kind of thing. It was just fun to get something, right? I didn't get too much back then. But the thing is that you enjoyed giving it. I always enjoyed giving mine. So the thing is to love unconditionally for everyone, and especially the friends around you. All right. Oh, I don't blame you. You got to take some time off, hon. You really, really do. You definitely do. It's a refuel, rejuvenate, sometimes analyze and see what you need to do to switch things up. Definitely change. That's growth. That is growth. So, but it is very, very good to see you. Birds of a feather. This is Divine's card again. It's the number 7. Okay. Now, when we look at birds of a feather, we think about the people who we hang out with, who we associate with, but also too, what Divine is sharing with me is that how you treat somebody else. So this is the number 7. This is about your potential. This is about ambition in numerology. It is about potential and ambition. Okay. And also too, who are we hanging around with that's going to help us grow? Okay. Who is it that is going to help us get to that next level of where we're supposed to be? And that could be just a helping. Definitely Aquarius is definitely in the helping mode right now. This energy with the full moon. And then we've got Leo. All right. I'm going to also do a different spread for you guys, for those of you that do watch me occasionally. I'm doing a Celtic spread today. Celtic cross, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do that today. I've been doing that this week, just for the fun to switch things up. All right. So, definitely somebody's, oh yeah. Somebody's acknowledging their future, paying attention to their future, maybe thinking of their future, thinking of what they need to do for their future. The challenge is somebody ain't doing it. I don't know who this is for, but we've got the Hermit card as your challenge card. So when we're looking at our future, we want to look a little bit into the future. This is where the astrology part comes in. Is we want to pay attention to what's going on with the planets and the moon, and say, if you study astrology, or if you even follow astrology, like some of the astrologers out there, you sort of look at the future, but you don't focus in on it. Okay. Same with tarot. Everybody's like, well, what's going to happen in the future? What, you know, what's the psychic going to say about my future? That's not the point of it. The point is, okay, this could happen, this may happen, but you have been given free will. So the outcome may be very different. This is why I think if you're going to follow tarot, you should follow it when it's fresh, because those energies are right there and fresh in that moment. That's why you see me do my tarot very close to the dates, very close to the times, because I want that energy as close as I can to get it there, because it's going to change. It changes from minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day, whatever, because of our free will and because of our energies, our spiritual energies. Okay, so for somebody here who needs to acknowledge what's going on in the future, this is your challenge card. This is really a time to sit for a minute and analyze and figure out what is the most important things to me. Pick the 3 top most important things to you, because again, we're in Leo energy. So we really want to think about what is really important to me. What do I want to do with my future? And what is my priority in the future? Okay. Because we definitely have in your past, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt from somebody. I'm going to say this is the world externally creating pain, creating lies and deceit, or whatever. Somebody in your life, possibly lies and deceit. Okay. And they're, being the number 7 of swords, is that their ambition and their potential was not in your best interest. Okay, it was that Leo energy for me, you know, that kind of a thing. I energy. So that's for somebody in the past. It could have been a parent, could have been an uncle, could have been an aunt, could have been a friend, whatever it is, but that needs to go away. Okay, that needs to go away. This is that tug of war that I've been talking about between the moon and the sun, about Venus and Mars. This is about Venus and Saturn, those quincunxes, those semi-sextiles, those that things going on. But definitely need to really start to look at your future in that sense, but focus in on the now, the here and now, okay? All right. We definitely have somebody really concentrating too much on money. They might be concentrating too much on their career, and it's throwing them off balance. This is your core root card. This is where your deep down focus is. And again, this is a worldly thought process because it has to focus in around things of the earth. All right. I'm seeing the earth, I'm seeing work, I'm seeing materialism, I'm seeing all these kinds of things that are becoming a focal point, but that's where the energy is not balanced. Okay, you cannot have balance if you're so focused in on one thing. Yes, you have to be driven, but you don't keep that focus there all day long, 7 days a week, you know, all month, 30 days, whatever, because there's your balance is all off. Okay, and that's with the moon and the sun and everything. It's off right now. That tug of war, it's sort of off. One wants to be heavier than the other. One wants to pull a little bit harder. The moon and the sun, there's another planet that wants to do that too. I forgot which one. Because the sun is in Aquarius as well. And Leo, so you've got this battle going on. It's a dance. Thank you. Thank you. Mercury and Venus it's a dance. It's like a dance. It's like somebody wants to lead more than the other. And then it's like, no, I'm supposed to be leading. And then you're fighting about this leading kind of a thing. All right. But this energy of Earth is, I just see the heavy Earth energy. Well, what do you mean by that, Patty? Well, I mean that there's two dimensions. First dimension, second dimension. First dimension is Earth. So things of material, things of your work, things that don't matter. Cars, houses, everything that you could get rid of. It doesn't matter. And that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's the spiritual energy. The second dimension is everything that you can take with you when you pass on. You can't take your cars, you can't take your house, you can't, even if you buried them all with you, you still can't take them because your energy is, or your spirit is energy, and it's going to go by itself. It's not taking all this crap with it. It'd weigh it down. It's like putting cement in your suitcase, kind of a thing, all right? So this energy is very heavy and it's very earthbound. So whoever this is for, you need to lighten your spirit and not worry about things of political, of racism, of all that kind of stuff. You need to walk in love in those things and just not let them bother you. It's like, because everybody's opinion is going to be different. And so you just have to say, what is important to me? Kind of a thing. And when you begin your spiritual heightening and rising up, then it's going to actually lighten your load. It's also going to become more light, calm, peaceful. Your life is going to be very energized, more so. Okay. All right. Somebody is actually stopping their goals and their ambitions. Somebody's like saying, giving excuses, because we have the Ten of Swords at the top, which is your sort of your goals and ambitions and things of that nature. You're basically stopping yourself. You're your own worst enemy. Somebody's just making up a ton of excuses, and I'm not going to go there, because that person who does make excuses for everything, they're not seeing it. They don't want to change at the moment, or they're making excuses why they don't want to change. Okay. Come on in, I'll give you a counseling session or a coaching session for free and tell you why you need to change, because your energies are darker and you like to stay in dysfunction. I don't know who that's for. All right. So what we have here is there is hope with this full moon. Love it. There is hope. There is things to come of positive energies. There is a newness coming. There is something that is working towards your future. We definitely have external energies. We're going to be tempted. We've got the world, which is external energies that are happening, really pounding you. The light is saying here, but then you've got the dark. The shadow is like saying, well, I'm going to do this. Try to mess you up is what it's going to try to do. It's going to try to say, hey, you know what? You can't do this. Well, you're not smart enough to do this. You whatever, this kind of a thing. That's that kind of thing happening. But during the 14th through the 16th, there is some kind of love coming your way. There's this hope of, again, this fantasy versus reality coming in. So be really, really careful not to set yourself up to an expectation that is not going to happen. Make sure that fantasy can actually turn to a reality, not a fantasy that you're living in la la land and, yeah, I would love to, meet Johnny Depp and, have a day with him and see what he's really like. And I know that's not going to happen, so don't set yourself up to something that may not happen. Okay. That dude is an interesting character. And if you have not seen, he posted it and I think he's coming out with it. That dude can paint. That dude can paint. Oh my goodness. Go Google Johnny Depp's paintings. There's a 5-minute little video of him painting, and he's talking about it and why he didn't come out as a painter. Oh my gosh, I'll go off course, but that dude can paint. The dude is, anybody who's eccentric, you really want to sort of get down into their brain, because there is more to them than ever meets the eye. So anyway, so we have the Knight of Communication, Knight of Love, Knight of Wands, who is bringing in a message to you of hope. Again, there's this another hope. Be really, really mindful not to get caught up with world, what people are saying outside. Just ignore everybody else. That's noise. That's noise. Do what you need to for you inside, because the outcome is going to be really, really beautiful. This is a pure, the sun is about purity. The sun is about joy and happiness and, again, peace and calmness. How are you going to get there? The full moon and the sun, again, that tug and war, earth versus, you know, spiritual. This is that thing. And again, I just did that video. I re-edited the video on how to get through your battles and your struggles and your challenges and everything. Go watch that. I would really love for you to watch that. It's something that I just did. You're going to start seeing more videos again, because I'm going through editing. And I really don't like to edit, but you know what? Because I don't know what you guys want to hear. So, but you're going to see a lot more spiritual videos on how to grow yourself more spiritually and also to live more peacefully. Let me tell you, I want to see you guys live peace and calm and happy and at a new level. This is a new vibration, a new frequency, a new level. When you put the second dimension first, and in love and light only. And remember, don't ever let anything into your spirit or soul without praying first. If you're going to go by your intuition and you haven't prayed about it, ask for protection and light and love from divine, because there's other energies out there you do not want to entertain. All right. Trust me, I'm going through one right now. Anyway. All right, so let's get some clarification here. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. We've got the Ace of Wands, King of Wands again. This is something new. Go for it. Whatever it is, you've got something new that is in positive and light, and it makes you feel good, and it's going to be very constructive, not destructive. Go for it. This is newness. We got the Ace of Wands twice. We got the one. We've got twice. Acknowledging what you need for your future is you. There's also in your future a celebration of some type. Now, somebody might be becoming a union with someone. I'm not saying some people, unfortunately, move in together. I don't like that, because the thing is, there's no accountability. There's no commitment. It's just like, if I don't like it, I'll leave, kind of a thing. Whereas if there's an accountability and a commitment to each other, then most likely there is more of a chance of it working and staying, if it's of divine and not of a man. First dimension, pulling it together, manifesting it together. Okay. All right. But remember, there's nothing set in stone. That's the moon card today. Nothing set in stone. Again, this is your free will on how you move forward and how you want to move forward. This is all about mindset. Again, back to the video I just did. It's worldly mindset versus spiritual mindset, how you make your decisions, how you move forward, how you plan your future and all that kind of stuff. Again, it's also about committing yourself to healthy friends, healthy, constructive people around you that are going to help you move forward to your journey, to whatever you need. Okay. Let me have clarification on the Four of Wands, please. Four of Wands. Can I have clarification on the Four of Wands? Wow. So the Four of Wands is another number 10. Okay. The Four of Wands, again, the celebration. Gosh, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, though. Okay. So something might have ended. I don't know if this is the birds that flock together. I can't even pick this card up. I have no fingernails anymore. So we have two number 10s. 10 of Swords, guys. Really sorry, but 10 of Swords. This is actually, I shouldn't say sorry. I should say thank you. Okay, because the thing is with the number 10 is something's ending and something new is coming in. You also have the Page of Cups. You also have two of the Wands. You have some really good newness coming in. However, for somebody that had something end really quickly in your future, don't hold on to that, because that door had to close, because you've got so much newness coming in. I can't even count the newness coming in. And you've got the World twice. And then for your future, your outcome card, it is the Sun. So again, it's free will. So you can choose to wallow in what ended but you need to be thankful for what ended, because there is something big coming your way of newness. I don't know what that newness is for you. It could be love. It could be a relationship. It could be a job, because we have pentacles in here. Okay. We have pentacles in here twice. Definitely. But here's the great thing about it. Because of the swords, the 10 of swords, the 7 of swords, this is going to be walking in truth. This is going to be walking in something that you really, really have your heart into. Okay, so don't be sad about whatever ended sort of quickly. I don't know what that is for you, or what is going to end really quickly, because this is the full moon energy. This is full moon in Leo. This is Aquarian energy fighting back in each other. So maybe look at who you have in your opposites. So, you know, Virgo versus whatever. I'm a Virgo. That's why I'm saying is that you have this push me, pull me kind of a thing. So Virgos are very structured, very, you know, like things in order, organized kind of thing. Now, if I were to get with an Aries, it's like they're very spontaneous. They're very like all in, and then they get bored. We have this push me, pull me kind of relationship. Trust me, I know a lot of Aries. Oh my God. I love you guys so much because of your energy, but then you're like, really? You get that bored that quick? But this is a new energy coming to you, and this full of passion and hope and things of coming. Just know that through this full moon process, in a summary, it's going to be a little annoying, because it is about a tug of war. It is not a tug of war of the earth. Put it this way, though. I really want you to understand that, guys, is that it is not a tug of war of earth things. It's a tug of war of your heart and your spirit. Please know who you are, what you want, where you want to go in life, so that you don't have this tug of war. You just say, you know what? Nope, sorry. That's my standard. That's what I'm sticking to it. I like high integrity. I need honesty. I need truth. And you seem to, you know, your stories keep changing and you're not very truthful and honest. See ya. What does that do to that other person? That creates reality, not fantasy. Okay, this is those Mercury energies. This is all the planets that are mixing in sextiles and quincunx and all that kind of stuff. So what is that doing for you? It's setting you up to bring in a person that does have high integrity, doesn't lie, has high standards and morals and values. And that person, either if they're the right person for you, is going to step up and come to your level, or what's going to happen is that person's going to go away because they cannot, or they're not ready. They're not bad, but they're just not ready. They don't understand where you're at or where they've been. I don't know if that makes sense to somebody or not. However, I have somebody in my life that's way, but I'm not changing them. It's their choice, their free will, if they want to come up to my standard. I like this person a lot. They're a very good person. Their heart is really good, but they're doing some things that are keep their integrity lower than where I will ever let my integrity to drop. So that's morals and values. All right. So I hope that was helpful. I know that it's a little confusing. This full moon is a little annoying, but it is annoying to the point where it's going to give you hope. Things are going to actually, that you dream of, are now beginning to move and move up. We're moving out of the birthing canal. We're trying, but hey, I hate to say this, guys, we're in 2022. So we're at the beginning of the birthing canal. So it's going to be a little bit painful, because when you set your priorities and your boundaries, then yeah, it's painful because you got to say no sometimes to people. And the thing is, when you set those boundaries and those priorities and standards, you're going to see you're moving to a next level, maybe even jump some big levels, because you're saying, no, I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to do that. Don't cuss at me. Don't say that. Don't put me down. Don't put them down, because there's that energy. What energy was that? The Mars sextile with Neptune and Venus sextiling with Mars. We also want to help somebody of lesser need, or less fortunate. So we want to be standing up for the underdog. All right. So that's one thing that is going to be in somebody's heart. These energies are going to be wanting to have a heart for the less fortunate, or say, you know, don't do that. That's not nice. That wasn't, you know, or somebody's bullying somebody at work or something of that nature. All right. Yeah. Oh, love you too. Take care, Star. Thank you for coming in. So don't forget to subscribe, guys. You have free readings and free coaching sessions. Go to divinewarriorintuitive.com and you can see the different coaching, or you can just email me or get a hold of me for free reading. But also, too, just don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Now I'm going to do Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we will see you another time. And I hope you enjoyed this. Please take care. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Take care, guys. Bye, Star.